Hello everyone, you're welcome. Today we're playing Kenshi. My definitely one of my favorite games, along with RimWorld and the like. Kenshi is a real-time strategy sandbox set in a anachronistic failed colony where a bunch of beings tried to terraform a moon and it failed. And so here we are, born into this celestial body where we have to endure a feudalism kind of society where slavery is rampant, murders everywhere, and women have no value, apparently. We're going to play with the rock bottom start. I want the chance of death to be high. And I want the research and the building speed to be the highest as well. And just to speed things up with all this recording that I need to do. Rock bottom. You have hit absolute rock bottom. You're alone, unarmed, naked and hungry, lost in the middle of a harsh desert, teeming with slavers. And you just lost an arm to boot. Good luck! Well, ain't that fun? There are a number of multiple races in this game, and I modded one. I added geckos, and I thought they were adorable and that they fit the game. And I really think they do. We're going to be playing as a human though. I like playing as a human. My general archetype is a human paladin. That is how I generally like to play games. So we have humans, a regular bunch. We have the geckos, which are very strong and very adorable. Are so cute. We have the hivers. These are the biologically experiments. They were made to populate the planet, work the agriculture and all these things. They are the perfect colony people, but not the best when it comes to combat and fighting. These drone ones though are quite good. They are very strong. They're good for fighting, but bad in everything. Czechs are another modified humans. They have bony structures. They're also very strong. But they eat a lot, which I really didn't like. And these are skeletons. These are supposedly in the game, the highest form of order. They are sentient robots, but I believe they're more than that. The theory is that they are uploaded consciousness That is to say, they did not just come out of nowhere. They have personalities, they have emotions, they have everything. They are just in these bodies. And they're also the strongest race in the game. Clearly, you wouldn't really want to have a sword and swing at that thing. So, regular humans. And we're playing as a Scorchlander. These are the more resilient humans. Like to have a bit of a pretty hair. We're going to name ourselves Sid. And not mind our very terribly malnourished body. And here we are, landed straight in the world of Kenshi. Massive, massive world. And we're going to start here in the Great Desert, which is controlled by the United Cities. And the first city we need to go to is Heft. This is because they have a machinist shop in which they have prosthesis, cybernetics that we can buy to replace our arm. And oh no, these are skimmers, terrible creatures that will eat me, and I need to be out of their way from that nest. These are traders of the Traders Guild, and I think they have no idea where they're running into. Straight into a nest. Skirting. I am skirting death by going near these things. But that is because I hope to loot. Those manhunters are so dead. But if we're able to loot the equipment and the things, we'll be able to have enough money which we can use to buy our arm. So I have to hang out and be very careful that I do not die. This is the way of the world in Kenshi. Brutal. Everything is out to kill you. No one wants to help you. or loot. All other animals died. How sad. The bounty hunters are a good call. I could at least follow them to hang. And I'll be safe. So it doesn't seem to be going that way. Or manhunters. Homeless people. Really heavily armed for being homeless. But we're almost there. These are outlaws. And they had the terrible misfortune to encounter the Samurai City's police. Or they're all just going to be murdered. But this means loot for us. And clothes, which are very important. I'm trying to find items that are more worth the value of the space that I'm carrying. These armor pieces sell for 400. Much better use of my bag, which is currently limited at the moment. I would like to wear the shorts instead. There, much better. I would earn more by selling these ones. Unless they were this. Because this one is a standard grade. They have a quality sleeve. And I will bet there if I sell that. I think we've reached our limit. Her bag is terribly full. Hopefully we will have enough for when we reach the city and sell our equipment. But perhaps I will be able to come back to these wonderful pile of buddies and earn more. This is the way. We are downtrodden and simply the poorest, weakest, most incapable being, but we will get stronger. And having a second arm is the first step to all that madness. That skimmer's running straight. All right. We made it to the machinist shop. Machinist. Hello. I am going to sell all this and buy an arm. I need a cheap arm. And they do not have a cheap arm for sale. Is that not fantastic? No matter. First, we're going to buy food. Or food, as you would like to say. And then we're headed to the travel shop to buy a bag. A backpack. Yep. Now that we have a backpack, we're going to go back to that area of the dead and try to loot the rest of the gear. If I can remember where it was. There it is. We're looking for anything metal that sells the most. Every time you start this game, you're always so excited to get strong, so excited to fight, and you realize you just can't. Alright. You might think, oh, look at this nightmare of just dead bodies. They're not saints. These are not innocent people. But do they deserve to die? Well, it's a question for another day, isn't it? Who is there to judge? Right? Bags full and to head home. When I say home, and it's really just a city. All this just to buy an arm and survive. But we are not on Earth, as you can see. We are in the moon. One of the viable moons that have been attempted to terraform. Well, clearly there's some success. We are living. And the planet is not so alien as it seems. It's almost as if there was really no life on this planet. And we just implanted everything. And you're able to see the concepts of the buildings. Like this is a very colony-ish of a building. It's sealed. These are locking doors that are airlocked in a way. It's almost like a research center instead of a building, like for merchandise and things. The reason for buildings, by the way, to be curved and like that is because they are, when you want something to be pressurized and to be able to withstand immense forces of gravity and all these things, you want things to be curved. Straight edges are the weakness when it comes to space. This is why all the stations and the spaceships all have that curved profile to them. It's fascinating. Thank you. I would like to sell again. Hopefully I would have enough money now. You really do not have a cheap arm. Ah. Well, here we are. Now we have bought an arm. Oh, I don't really need this armor. Here we are. We have now survived the first day in Kenshi. And we found ourselves an arm. Hopefully the next day will be better. Our next goal would be to find a base of operations. And we have a lot of options to start with. We need to recruit people. We need to establish a system of currency, of earning, that we can get stronger equipment, weapons, and a source of food. And we are all going to do that. I mean, we are going to do all of that next time. Thank you. See you all next time.